Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Tulsa Hurricane in Skelly Field, where the
fans have gathered and they are ready to see those Hurricanes gather some strength. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Atlantic Owls.
Check out the gym, Lil Rock.
Ranked team in the land, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. College football, I'm Reed Davis, David Colligan, Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Ready to kick it off and get that game started.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignment. They put a stop to that return at 22.
The offense set for a first down play. And off from the shotgun.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the ring.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date in both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and the big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll go to the air on third and short.
Oh, he wants it all. That was almost picked off, but that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter's going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. Returns like that. Don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. It's a job, a little bit of yard. Help out the O's. On first down, here comes this offense. This quarterback started their running game. A strong tackle and wrap out from the junior. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a lot more here today.
Dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? You get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season. Playoffs down the road. Make your statement here today.
Coaches always talk about staying ahead of the chains. You can run that efficiency on first down, and you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last year he got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my own line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at 3.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Put yourself in a good position.
It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like nice first down.
He's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about running backs running, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick away and scoring a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass.
He's got his man.
Early in the game, I love giving your quarterback an easy pitch and catch. You've thrown it 4,000 times, not many shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next down coming up.
Looking for a gap. It's Burke.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break them on. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. They finally got it there, picked it off first. Let's see what happens next.
And they try to run inside there.
Here we go. Defense is about firing off. Get the offensive guys staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense. Everyone's right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle, unless your offensive line and your tight end, everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to block it. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line loaded up into a rhythm. Now, they're driving the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with second and 1. The give to the tailback. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
It's so
We got set up for 3.
You can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He's got incredible speed.
Tulsa comes to the line with the first and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa! If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to make a big difference.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. USF looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort for the Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive to say the least. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
How about that? Sounds like they had a ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. pass the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice bounce.
The expressway is wide open. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return will be dragged down. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that play.
Snap it to the back. Nice move there. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to get more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll line the hot hand.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Motion from the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Why not? This is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. They've been running it down the pass. Fires it forward, now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown Owls. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defense? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks. So my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Burt. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter.
Florida Atlantic, 21. Tulsa, 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He is brought down, but, man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Get up. Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now,
and he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Tulsa, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
He wants to throw. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wide open, and it's a foot race. And the returner goes down. Takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage, they took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Tulsa, it's third down.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up in great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got a man, it's Burton. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Back to the air one more time. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Looking for his man in the middle. Makes the grab. works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
There's just not very many quarterbacks that won't be successful with that much time in the pocket. Goodness gracious. He read his chemistry notes. He took a test. He had all the time in the world. Somebody's got to get some pressure on him.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge 3rd down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
Quarterback checking off. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tulsa!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. Listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you fail. Now this defense better step up and respond.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Going up top. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the end.
Tulsa.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. On the run, it's Burt. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Tulsa wasting no time. The play action fake. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He finds his man. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They tack on the extra point and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Tulsa, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stinting. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defense.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tulsa! The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense piece. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu. one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll take it himself. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's...
Can anyone catch him? And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
At the 33-yard line. Tulsa, it's 3rd down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his feet. Got the first down and still on his feet. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
The game is tied.
First down to start the drive after the break. Using his legs, it's Sanchez. Bowls his way forward. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is, when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the 4th. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Oh, picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Right back to the well. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now on the move. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. This is a designed run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, it's out! And they get the fumble back, but time is still dwindling away. They got to get it going.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know
Looking to take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's good.